Welcome to Silly Stories for Kids. With us, the Ramsden Girls. A podcast where our dad makes up a silly story. Just for you. Okay, let's go.
One day, two little boys named Eli and Harvey were going to a party. Now, they were very excited because this party had some exciting things that were going to be happening. When they arrived at the party, they dropped off the presents and they walked in, but nobody was there. It was very strange. "Where is everybody?" said Eli. "I don't know," said Harvey. "No one seems to be around. Hey, look, there's one person." They walked over to the corner, and there in the corner was a man wearing a magical jacket. He looked very exciting. "Hello, boys," he said. "Hi," they said. "Would you like a balloon animal?" Sure, said Harvey. "Me too," said Eli. So the man started pumping up some balloons. These balloons looked a little bit different than normal. Instead of just the normal kind of colours, they seemed to have some kind of strange little shimmer on them. They look like fun," said Eli. "Yeah," said Harvey. "They look really fun." "What animal would you like?" said the man. Can I please have a hippopotamus?" said Harvey. Said the man. "Interesting choice, but sure, of course." He started twisting the balloon and tangling it up until all of a sudden, in Eli's hands, there was a beautiful hippopotamus. It looked so real. "And what about you, Harvey?" "Oh, how did you know my name?" said Harvey. "Oh, I know lots of things," said the man in the magical jacket. "What animal would you like?" I think maybe... Can I have a dinosaur?" "Oh, very interesting choice. Sure, I can make you a dinosaur." He started twisting up the balloon and twisting and twirling and twisting and folding until the most amazing looking dinosaur was sitting in Harvey's hand. "That's fantastic," said Harvey. "Thank you so much." "Well, I best be off. I'll see you later." "But what about the party?" said the boys. "You'll see," said the man, as he disappeared. Where did he go?" said Eli. "I have no idea," said Harvey. "He just vanished." As the boys were sitting, looking where the man used to be, they felt something very, very strange. Harvey, does your balloon feel a little bit tingly?" said Eli. "It does. Does your balloon feel tingly?" Yes, it does. Something very strange is happening." As they watched the balloons in their hands, they seemed to start to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. They were growing so fast, the boys quickly raced outside before they got stuck. The balloons continued to grow until, standing on the grass in front of them, was a full-size balloon hippopotamus and a full-size balloon Tyrannosaurus Rex. "Whoa," said Harvey. They're huge." "Hello," said the hippopotamus. "I'm so glad you chose me to get you to the party." To get us to the party?" "Yes, there's only one way to get to this special party, and that is by balloon animal." "Really?" "Roar," said the Tyrannosaurus Rex. The boys were a little bit worried. "Hello," he said. "Oh, I'm so glad that you chose Tyrannosaurus Rex." "Oh, okay," said the boys. But what do you mean, get to the party?" "Jump on and let's go," said the Tyrannosaurus Rex. He was very excited. "I just want to get to the party." Okay," said the boys. "But are you sure this is safe?" "Oh, of course it's safe," said the hippopotamus. "We love doing rides from balloon animal to party, and it is the best thing that we can possibly do." "Let's go party," said the Tyrannosaurus Rex. The kids started to giggle because the balloons dancing around and jumping and yelling all kinds of things was actually a very funny sight to be seen. Okay," said the boys. I guess this will work." "All right, but it's not just some easy path to get to the party. There's some things that we have to try and do along the way." "Yeah, it's the best part. It's almost more fun than the party," said the Tyrannosaurus Rex. "Okay," said the boys. So they each jumped on one of the balloon animals. As soon as they were on, the balloon animals started to walk. "I am walking to the party and these kids don't know what is about to happen." "What do you mean?" said Eli. Nothing," said the hippopotamus. "Haha, yeah, nothing," said the Tyrannosaurus Rex. The boys looked at each other. They were starting to get a little bit confused. "It's time," said the hippopotamus. "Time for what?" said Eli. "Watch this." The hippo jumped up into the air, but instead of a normal jump, he just kept going higher and higher and higher and higher. "How are you doing that?" said Eli. "Because I'm a balloon, remember?" "Here we come," said the Tyrannosaurus Rex as he jumped into the air as well. "I'm flying!" He flew up into the air right next to the hippopotamus. Once the hippopotamus and the Tyrannosaurus Rex were high up in the air with the boys on their backs, they told them, "All right, it's time," said the hippo. "Time for what?" said the boys. "You're being very mysterious." "Okay, I'll tell you. See up there?" The boys looked, and there was all kinds of funny-shaped clouds. Yes. "We need to get through the cloud maze to be able to get to the party." "The cloud maze?" said the boys. "Yeah, it's so good. There's clouds everywhere. And then you got to get through the secret path, and then if you get there, you get to go to the party." Okay, they said. Let's go. So the boys on their balloon animals started walking into the cloud maze. It was very strange walking through the sky. They'd never experienced anything like it. As they headed through the first opening in the clouds, it was amazing. They could see all kinds of strange paths through the clouds. "I guess we have to try and pick one. But how do we know which way to go?" said Eli. "Oh, you can't know. You just got to guess." "Yeah, guess, said the Tyrannosaurus Rex. "Okay," said the boys. "Let's guess this way." "Oh, good guess," said the hippo. Are you sure it's a good guess?" "I don't know," said the hippo. "It's just a maze. Let's go." So the boys and their balloon animals started walking through the maze. As they walked and walked, the maze seemed to be shifting and moving. Is this maze changing?" "Of course, they're clouds. They blow around everywhere." "Then how do we know which way to go?" "Just use your thinking heads." "Thinking heads?" said Eli. "Isn't that what you call those things?" "Are you talking about our brains?" said Harvey. "Oh yeah, that's the one. I don't have one of them because I'm a balloon." The boys started to think. "Well, okay, we need to work out a way through this maze, but the maze keeps moving and changing." "Yeah," said Eli. "How could we—" "Hang on a second," said Harvey. "What's that?" said the Tyrannosaurus Rex. "These are clouds." "Yeah? What does that mean?" "Well, which way's the party?" I'm pretty sure it's that way." The hippopotamus pointed. "Okay," said the kids. "Well, let's go." "Which way in the maze are we going?" "Not in the maze," said Eli. "What do you mean?" "Through the maze," said Harvey. And Harvey and Eli guided their balloon animals straight through the middle of all the clouds. As they walked through the first wall, they seemed to get a little bit wet. "Oh, that's a little bit wet and slimy." "Yeah, it's just a cloud. Just keep going." "Oh." "Yeah, you're so clever. How did you think of that?" "Well, they're clouds. You can just go straight through them." "Oh, yeah. How didn't I think of that?" The boys and their balloon animals started walking straight through all the walls of all the clouds until they popped out on the other side. "We did it!" yelled Eli. "Hooray!" said Harvey. "Quick! Now, which way's the party?" "I think it's straight through over there," said the Tyrannosaurus Rex as he pointed with one of his short little balloon arms. The boys looked and they could see some sparkly lights off in the distance. "I think you're right. Let's go!" As they started to run, all of a sudden, the wind got very strong. "Uh-oh," said the hippo. "Wind is a balloon's worst enemy." As they got blown off course. "Oh no," said Eli. "What are we going to do?" The wind continued to blow from different directions. And the boys and their balloons got blown all over the place. "How are we ever going to get to the party? The wind seems to be blowing the wrong way." I don't know," said Eli. "Me either," said Harvey. "Keep using those thinking... What are they called again?" "Our brains," said Eli. "That's the one. Your head brains." We only have one brain," said Eli. "Oh, okay. Use those brains. How are we going to get past all the... Whoa!" The hippo got blown off course once more. Said the boys. "We need to work out how to change the winds." "Think, Eli, think." "I am thinking," said Harvey. As they thought more and more, they had an idea. "Hey, that balloon maze seems to do a pretty good job of staying in place through the wind. Yeah, said the hippo. Maybe we could use part of that? What do you mean? Yeah, what do you mean? Said the Tyrannosaurus Rex. I want to get to the party, he said. Quick, back to the balloon maze, if we can. They rode the winds and got back to the balloon maze. And soon as they got back inside it, they realized that the winds were blocked. I think we can do this. All right, we need to shift the maze. Shift the maze, said the hippo. Come on, we can do it. They started grabbing bits of the cloud maze and making a new path. They started making a path directly towards the party. And the cloud walls seemed to block the winds that were blowing them off course. They built, and the path wiggled a little, but it held in place. They continued to make the path all the way until they got to the doors of... It's the party, yelled Eli. Hooray, said Harvey. They walked through the doors of the party with their balloon animals, and inside were all their friends with all different types of balloon animals. All the balloon animals were dancing, and the kids were dancing too. They were eating all kinds of yummy food, and the balloon animals were eating these strange balloon food. There was cupcakes made out of balloons, and chippies made out of balloons. There was even a real cake and a balloon cake. The kids decided this was the best party that they had ever been to. They played games and danced and had so much fun. Okay, said the hippo. This has been a great party, but it's time to get all you kids home the quickest way possible. What do you mean the quickest way possible, said Eli. Jump on, said the Tyrannosaurus Rex. So the kids jumped back on. Okay, this is where we say goodbye. Make sure you hang on really, really tight. What do you mean? How are you going to say goodbye here? Said Eli. Yeah, said Harvey. What's going to happen? The balloon animals all untied the knots holding the balloons together. And as they did, all the air started spraying out. It was like a rocket blast that started zooming every single kid from the party off in a different direction. And somehow, as the balloons were letting out all their air, they were directing the kids straight back home. As the boys landed back on the ground in their own front yard, they were so surprised. Their mummy came out of the house. Boys, did you just fly in from the sky? That's incredible. How was the party? She said. Well, said Harvey, I don't think you'd believe us, even if we told you. And that is the end of the story. This episode is brought to you by Magic Balloon Parties. Get your own bag of magic balloons and make balloon animals that come to life and can fly and dance and do all the fun things. We hope that you've been enjoying Silly Stories for Kids. Don't forget to join our family to help us make more stories for kids all around the world. This has been me, Mr. Balloon Hippo. And me, Sam. We'll see you soon.